Greetings, House of Hope. This is the Flavor King, and welcome to the first episode of Cooking with Flavor KL. Today, I'm going to show you how to make the best, I promise you, it's the best pan of southern fried chicken, candy yams, and banana pudding ever. And I know in the South, those fighting words. Now let's go! All right, guys, welcome back to Cooking with Flavor KL. Today, I got the queen with me, Cooking with Flavor TL. So what we're gonna make today is my mom's banana pudding recipe, right? I mean, like whenever we went to a outing or whatever, she always had to make the banana pudding. So
these are your ingredients that we have. 3 boxes of vanilla wafers, 3/4 cup of sugar, 2 cups of milk, 3 egg yolks, 1/3 cup of all-purpose flour, and we're gonna use a dash of salt. And once we have the pudding or the custard together, we're gonna add about a teaspoon vanilla flavor. And also, the most important ingredient is the bananas. You can add as many bananas as you like, or a few bananas. It all depends on your taste. I add more cookies than bananas.
So what do you do with this right here?
We'll use this at a later time. We're not gonna use this right now.
Okay.
So we're just gonna set that to the side.
Okay.
And we're gonna get started with putting the cookies down. I like to put the cookies down first.
All right, guys, so look, how do you like your banana pudding? I've seen banana pudding a lot of ways. I see it cold with the chessman and instant banana pudding. Man, it's gonna be nothing like grandma's old-fashioned baked banana pudding. And look, you can't get no off-brand vanilla wafers too. You gotta get the real deal. Get you some Nabisco vanilla wafers. Don't go get no King wafers or none of that foolishness. You gotta get Nella wafers. You gotta get the best ingredients so you have the best dessert. I like mine baked. I don't like no cold banana pudding. And listen too, just a note. If your banana pudding ain't going in 2 days, it wasn't good. I'm just saying. So this is kind of how that first layer of the banana pudding go. Make sure we cover it all up with vanilla wafers. And then, all right, so now we have our double boiler and we're about to start working on our custard. So we're gonna add the 3/4 cup of sugar and a 1/3 cup of the flour. Then we're gonna mix that together, whisk that up, whiskey. And then once that's combined, we're gonna start adding the egg yolks, the salt, and the milk to make our custard.
For a burn.
All right, so now we're gonna be whisking that custard together and make it a smooth consistency. We're gonna add those egg yolks. We're gonna give it the color, that yellow nice flavor that goes in the yellow nice color that goes with the banana pudding. And we're gonna do that for about 10 minutes. Once we come back, it'll be nice and thick and ready to pour into the cookie and banana mix. Okay, guys, as you can see, the custard is getting thick. You still got about 3 or 4 more minutes on it, but you definitely want to constantly stir it so you know you don't scorch it or burn it. But yeah, it's almost there. Probably got about, like I said, 2 or 3 more minutes. It's gonna be ready for the the cookie and banana mixture. All right, guys, so we're about to add in the vanilla. It's thickened, and now we add in about a teaspoon of vanilla, and that's our custard. Look, guys, there's no reason for you to go buy instant pudding and try to make banana pudding. It's just like that. 10 minutes, and you have some homemade custard for your banana pudding. All right, so now we're adding the bananas into the wafer bed. So we're not gonna put a lot of bananas in there, but you know, it is called banana pudding, so we're gonna have some bananas in it. So we'll probably put about 2 right here, and then 2 bananas, and then we're gonna layer some custard in there, and then another layer of the vanilla wafers on top. Okay, we'll be back.
Perfect.
Right now, layering on that beautiful custard. We're layering it on, and then that's gonna be it. You don't have to put a lot on there because once you start to bake it, that's gonna seep down into all the other cracks and crevices, and you're gonna get custard in every spoonful. Okay. So look, I didn't realize that pan was as big as it was, so I'm making a second batch of custard so that we can have the proper coverage on that banana pudding. Now the key to making meringue is egg whites and sugar, okay? And you gotta beat these egg whites like it owe you money. Okay, so we're getting ready to pour that egg white into our mixing bowl. We're gonna just let that run. And we're gonna do that for about 7 or 8 minutes. We'll be back. Okay, so now we're drizzling on that second layer of custard, hitting all the cracks and crevices. Get all that real estate covered. There we go. That's what that looks like. And we're gonna probably put another layer of vanilla wafers, and then we're gonna put that meringue on top. Okay, as you can see, those egg whites are starting to whip up. And I'm gonna gradually add in some of my sugar. Let that whip in there. And we're gonna continue to add volume. So we're not skimping over here on this vanilla wafers. We use the whole 3 boxes of vanilla wafers on this thing. We're gonna get wafers and bananas in every scoop. Okay, so the egg whites are whipping up, and it's looking just how it needed to look. And we probably got about 5 more minutes on those. And they're gonna be nice and stiff. See how light that is? It's just falling right on there. So we're gonna add this to the entire mix, and then we're gonna smooth it out. All right, so guys, the meringue is on the banana pudding. We're gonna get ready to place this in the oven on 350 for about 15 to 20 minutes, or until the egg whites brown. Or the meringue. All right, so we'll pull her out in about 15 minutes. Okay, guys, the banana pudding is out of the oven. And there she is. Okay, guys, moment of truth right here. Feels good. Yes. We got the bananas, custard. Real good. Not overly sweet, but good sweet in there. Nice balance.
I was super excited to find out that SoundMind wanted to address this particular issue when it comes to our children and their feelings. I recommend as a therapist that it's so important for the parent, the guardian, the foster parent, whoever, to make sure that you're present. And I don't mean just in the room, but pay attention.
When we adopt a shelter pet, we discover they're a unique mix of all kinds of things.
Come on, Jules, spotlight on this last one. There it is.
Keep going with it. Leo! They're a little bit of a lot of things. but they're all pure love.
I want you to talk to us about what your experience is like as a millennial in the entertainment industry.
I would honestly say that my gender probably played more of a factor than my age did. She's a female, so she probably don't really know, or she probably can't really, and so then they would just write me off. But we got that together.
We clean the chicken. I put some lemon in there, directed some lime. I put some salt in there, and then this is not a lot of salt. It might look like it, but what I'm gonna do is scrub these pieces off, get all the slime from under the skin, because nobody wants a greasy, slimy chicken. You gotta make sure that you clean the chicken well, because you don't want to have any type of salmonella poison, anything like that. So you gotta clean it off, okay? Chicken, I have the chicken already dried. We quartered it up, we cut it all down. Right now I'm gonna make the egg wash that we're gonna first dip the chicken in, and then the flour. And we have our seasoning, so we'll show you a step-by-step thing on how we cook our chicken. And while we're at it, we got the grease on the stove right there, waiting for it to cook at 350. And once it's at 350, it's gonna let us know that the chicken is ready to go. So what I have right here is like a 1/3 cup of water. Gonna mix that with the eggs. We wanna beat that real well. You can see I got my Cholula hot sauce out, but a couple of people in the house don't like it very spicy, so I'll add this to this mix a little bit later when I get ready to do my 5 pieces that I'm gonna put the spicy on. Okay, so that's set and ready. Now we're gonna season the chicken. So what we have here, we'll put all our chicken in a bowl. It's already been dried. You put that in the grease, you don't want a bunch of splash. I also cut a couple of tenderloins off of those carcasses that we had, so make a couple of little chicken tenders with it also. So right here we have our seasoning. We'll go ahead and mix this up together, but what's in here is, we got thyme, and we got a teaspoon of everything. Thyme, parsley, paprika, some seasoning salt, the onion powder, garlic powder, kosher salt, pepper, just a lot of the regular go-to seasonings. And so this is what we have once we got all of those seasonings combined together. We're gonna dump maybe about 3/4 of this onto the chicken to season, and we'll put the rest of it in the flour so we can bring all of that seasoning together and get it going. So you dive on in with your hands. Make sure you're massaging that seasoning into all your chicken, okay? Just want to get it all covered, get everything coated. And you always want to season everything. Season your flour, season your chicken, because you don't want bland fried chicken. Nobody wants that. So once you get the seasoning incorporated on your chicken, we'll get the egg wash squared away. Yeah. We'll mix in the seasoning and the flour. Feel like I need a little bit more. Pepper, chili powder. And a little paprika, just for the color. Beat the flour in the bowl, cookies. All right, so we got our egg wash mixture, we have our chicken, and our our flour. So what I'm gonna do right now, I'm just separate a few pieces, because like I said earlier, I'm gonna put my Cholula hot sauce on something in this mix. And I just want to have some of those. I'm gonna find my little tenderloins and fry those up too. I'm telling you, when you finish, this is gonna be some of the crunchiest chicken. Oh my God. You guys are gonna love it. All right, let me check my temperature. I'll be right back. What I'm gonna start doing now, my grease is almost the temperature. I'm gonna put some of the chicken in our egg wash. I may cook these in different batches, but what you wanna do, like the white meat, which is the chicken wing and the breast, they take about 9 to 10 minutes to cook. So we'll cook these first, and then the dark meat takes about 12 to 15 minutes to cook. So once we got that in, mostly white meat, that's the breast, and this leg right here, the wings. I'm gonna put that in our egg wash, and the thighs. All right, we got that in the egg wash. We'll cover it up, shake it out, turn the hands off right quick. All right, guys, so now we got the chicken coated. Nice coat on it. I'm using self-rising flour because I like how the compounds in there, they'll break down and give you that extra crispy crust. Okay. Place these off to the side to the oil get ready. That's how it's cooked. That's what it's supposed to look like. Ready. She almost ready for the grease. Okay, so we're gonna move over to the, go ahead and start dipping those in. Don't worry about it in this part right here. If you knock off some of that seasoning, that's fine. That egg wash and that's gonna suck that right back in. We also got the seasoning and the flour. All right, we're gonna move over to the oil right now. We're gonna see what the temperature is, and then we're gonna set it ready for frying. We're right at 350, just a little bit above. But don't worry, once we put the chicken in, that's gonna bring that temperature down. All right, so you just want to lay the chicken in there. See, that's what you're looking for right there. Nice boil. Instant fry, and you hit it in. So we'll let those three cook. They're gonna cook in there for, like I said, about 9 to 10 minutes, and then we'll take them out. All right. You can see it, we got about 4 more minutes left to fry this. We got a nice golden brown finish. It's gonna be on. So we ain't gonna be ready probably faster than those breasts, but I took the bones out, so they should cook really good. Yes, that's all goodness right there. That's what I'm talking about. You see that? Man. You can hear the bubbles are not as violent as they were when we first put the chicken in. The chicken is now float to the top, and that's your sign that the chicken is done. But like I said, you want to look at chicken, white meat, 9 to 10 minutes. Look, nice golden brown, crunchy chicken. That's what I'm talking about right there. Flavor don't burn no chicken. They got that thing coming out there golden brown, crunchy. I have folks say they don't even eat breast meat, but when I cook that chicken breast, they be going at it. All right, we got the dark meat coming up now. We got the dark meat. I want to check the oil temperature. So sometimes you got to get the oil. So right now, once you have your oil at 350 and you cook a couple of batches, that cool chicken, drop the temperature of the oil. So you got to make sure your oil is up around 325, 350 for that next batch, because you don't want to boil your chicken in the grease. You want that thing to fry as soon as it's touching the grease. You want to hear the sizzle, the bubbles. So right now, temperature rising back up. We're at about 275. So we go. Like I said, I'm putting my Cholula in that egg wash mixture. We got about 4 or 5 pieces of chicken left that I wanted to do and make spicy. So put our Cholula hot sauce in there, man. This gives it a real great flavor. Nice little tangy to it. Or, whatever hot sauce you like. If you like, what's that, Mike's Hot, or what's that, Red Hot, or whatever, you can do that. If you like Crystal's hot sauce, you can use that. But I like Cholula. Basically just mix that all in. We're gonna let that sit in there, right there for a minute. We're gonna just sit that right there, because we already got a batch of chicken in our flour. So we'll let that soak up all those flavors and we'll be back. We don't have to be chefs, we'll just be good home cooks that's gonna give good food to your family. And look, you're gonna be a winner. Trust me. All right, cookies. That fried chicken done. It's that fried chicken Friday, baby. We did that.
Like you said, a lot of people think that you just wake up and say, oh, this is what I'm going to be and this is what I am, and that everything happens overnight, and that is absolutely untrue. You have a few friends who's in jail right now? Do you have a few friends who's in trouble right now? I said those judges and all of that stuff really matters. The Congress and all those people matter. So you have to make sure that you pay attention to those things and the numbers of what you're voting for.
Hey world, I have a quick message. It's about safe driving. All right, let's go. Anytime you're driving, have the seatbelt buckled tight, both hands on the wheel and your phone out of sight. When not in your hand trying to text somebody back, because if you do, your car might get smacked. The moral of the story, just put your phone down. The people on the road will stay safe and sound. Put your phone down, put your phone down. People on the road will stay safe and sound. Yeah.
What you're looking for, you can find it here on the whole TV. What you're looking for, what you're looking for, you can find it here on the whole TV. What you're looking for, welcome to the whole TV.
This is a Thanksgiving special. Just gonna put this out. I know a lot of people want to cook yams for Thanksgiving. So right now you just rinse off your sweet potatoes, and I'll bring them over to my cutting board. Knife on the knife right there. Now don't ask me why, but I guess I just seen my grandmama do it. I cut the ends off the potatoes. I guess so it can, when I do the peeling, it's easier to peel. I guess, I don't know why. That's an old thing that got passed down, so I don't know why. But it's been working, so I don't change it. Okay, so now I have my potato peeler, or you can do it with your knife or whatever, easier, but this is easier for me now. This is the best kitchen tool they made right here, this peeler. 'Cause you can go through it pretty fast. When I do this one, I'll show you another way you can do it so you don't miss and drop it in the garbage can like I'm almost doing. So right there, you want to make sure you get all of the peels off and all of the brown spots. You need a good tomato, no spots on it. Good potato, not tomato. That's a nice sweet potato right there, done with the peeler. Now if you get a fork, if you use a fork, you can stick a fork in the potato and you can hold it while you do the peeling. But to me, you know, it's just easy to hold it, but. And then you just turn it with the fork. If you have a peeler, you can do that. Okay. Okay, now once you got your potatoes peeled, you want to go ahead and slice them up evenly, say about a half inch thick, or whatever your desired thickness is, but just make sure they're consistent in the cut. That way they'll cook about the same time. Okay, just about finished slicing up the sweet potatoes. And this right here is about 6 small potatoes. 6 small potatoes. Okay, so we're gonna just put these in your pan. Just layer them in, and we'll move over to the stove and start making the sauce for these yams. It's gonna be delicious. Okay, right here, guys, this is the mix that we're gonna make for our yams. We have 1.5 cups of granulated sugar, a half a cup of brown sugar, 1.5 cups of heavy whipping cream, 1 stick of unsalted butter, 2.5 tablespoons of cinnamon, half a teaspoon of nutmeg, and a dash of allspice. And then here we have vanilla, 2 tablespoons of bourbon, and 2 tablespoons of maple syrup. And all of this stuff will go into our yam mix to give it that nice sweet taste that we all come to know and love. Okay, so right now we're gonna be over here making the mix. We have our heat on medium low. Got it on number 4 on my stove. Gonna put our unsalted butter in the pot and mix that up and let that melt. Once that melts, we're gonna mix in our sugar and we're gonna mix in our sugars and our other dry ingredients, the cinnamon, the nutmeg, and the cloves. Okay, so our butter has melted, and what we're gonna do now is add our sugars in. Add our sugars in. I know that seems like a hell of a lot of sugar, but it's not. Trust me, it's gonna be just fine once we get this all squared away. Mix all of that in. Add in our heavy whipping cream. That's gonna smooth that right on out. All right, so now let me grab my heavy whipping cream, my vanilla. Then I'll have my mixer and helper finish it off. Say hey.
Hey guys.
You gonna look at them, or you gonna just let them talk to your head? Okay, so now you go in and mix this till all of this stuff is incorporated. And then we're gonna pour this mixture over our yams. That's why you need assistance. You got it?
Yes.
We're looking for this cream. Okay, so now we're gonna pour our mixture evenly over our yams. We'll cover this up for 45 minutes.
45
45 minutes.
And then we'll uncover it and bake it for another 20. Uncover. We're gonna cover this up and put it in the oven, like I said, for 45 minutes. And then we'll take it back out and uncover it, mix it, and let it cook in there for 20 minutes, 25 minutes, uncovered. Okay, the yams are out of the oven. I'm going to remove the foil, mix them around in the mixture, rotate them around, and I'm going to put it back in the oven uncovered for 20 minutes. Okay, yams are all done, out of the oven. Now when we test them, they should be fork tender, but still firm. Have the most amazing taste. Ooh, I know those kitchens smelling lovely over there. Now, if you found value in these videos, hook a brother up. Man, look, like, share, and subscribe to Cooking with Flavor KL. And look, I don't want to be alone, so tune in next week. Same place, same time. Until then, just do what you do, but do it with flavor. Peace.
These movements like COVID, BLM, how do you think it's affected the Black dollar?
It's affected the Black dollar, especially with COVID-19, where so many people have lost their jobs. And I don't think people knew to the extent of the loss it was going to be. It's a bit devastating, but I don't say it's the end of the world. I definitely try to help people get on the right track so when the next COVID comes, you're together.